I'm in Nice this week. I am doing a recce for a Moloko trip that we're opening for the first week of November. And today I am going to take you on a route that I think you've never heard about, that is completely off the beaten track, but that promising some leg stingers, some epic views, and of course some bakery stops. So let's go. But first things first, breakfast.
Dans le silosco apporte la nuit. Les étoiles où nous sourit. Et c'est notre amour qui brille plus que le ciel. Sous la lune, c'est toi et moi qui brille déjà. Je veux juste rester auprès de toi. Tu verras la vie, c'est toi et moi. La nuit est éclairée, l'amour est notre vérité. Si tu es mon monde, je serai là pour toi. Tu es le soleil. Si tu restes dans ma vie, je serai là.
When in France, bit of a snack time. Before the climb, some energy, and this is Elite.
Je serai la vie, je serai mon lit, je serai cet homme qui m'accomplit. Je serai ta vie, je serai ton lit, je serai la
Right, Quasimodo.
Hey, you'll be wanting to nibble on that baguette later, you'll thank me. Alright, so back in Nice, I've got Emric with me today. I don't know if you remember him from the Madone video. He's the guy who abused me for having a dirty bike. He's back here. He's very happy that my bike is now a darker color, so we don't see the dirt anymore.
Exactly.
Emric, what are we doing today? Where are you taking us?
We're just doing our recce, as you call it, of all the nice rides that we're gonna do. And I think this one should be in there and people are gonna love it. I tend to nickname this ride the Lord of the Rings ride because there's a bit of a Gondor and Mordor type of vibe on the climb itself. So you get to see that.
Lovely. So this ride, however, starts with like climbing straight away from Nice.
Yeah.
So as soon as we started the Wahoo, it indicated a 14 kilometers climb. Lovely, that we didn't expect, but that was actually very nice to warm up, enjoy that. Then we had a lovely lush descent and then another 4K climb. Now we are at Spa, having some munch before attacking the big climb of the day. So this is called Madone du Tel. That's the name of the climb.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Madone, that's a completely different one.
Yeah, we're going up north. We left Nice and we're going up north, whereas the Madone, you have to go east.
We also spotted some snow from Turin in the distance. That was
We're
really
gonna
cool.
see a lot of snow today. Where we're gonna be, we're going quite high. So I think way above, I think 1,000 meter.
Whew, exciting. Okay, let's go get that climb, see what it's all about, and we debrief at the top.
qui brille plus que le ciel. Sous la lune, c'est toi et moi qui brille déjà. Je veux juste rester auprès de toi. Tu verras la vie, c'est toi et moi.
Alright, so we just finished a quick climb. We are at what we call in French the saut des Français, the jump of the French. In the end of the 18th century, there was an armed conflict between the borough of Nice, or the region of Nice, which was Italian, and the French crown. So there was war going on here. All the French soldiers that got somehow arrested had a choice to either go to jail with the Italian or jump
Okay,
bridge.
what would you do?
We'd go to jail.
What would you do?
I'd chuck the guy telling me to go over the side. And then I'd go and do a Bastille Day down at the jail and break my friends out. And then I'd make sure it was on Strava.
I'm definitely jumping out of there. I'm not doing jail with the Italians.
Do you-
Absolutely no fucking way.
And then I have another thing to say to you. So we're doing Madone du Tel. Madone du Tel is that pink house over there. That's the top of the climb.
Jesus, we're climbing this. We've just to clarify, we've already been climbing for more than 20 kilometers. And yeah, it looks like we're going up there. I'm just hiding my sandwich quickly because I don't really want the climb now is 15k, so I don't really want to climb it all with this. So I found the perfect spot. Yeah, perfect. 15k of climbing. Let's go.
Not in a bag.
In the bag and the bag be added to your bag.
Tu verras la vie, c'est toi et moi. La nuit est éclairée, l'amour est notre vérité. Si tu es mon monde, je serai là pour toi.
My legs are screaming.
Si tu restes dans ma vie, je serai là. Je veux juste dire,
Pink house.
tu es dans mon
From the Madone hotel completed.
Je voudrais décrire des paroles Je serai la vie, je serai mon lit, je
I
serai
tell you what, I'm so happy I've done the sandwich because I am very hungry right now.
On peut rêver d'une vie, nos maisons et nos pays. Une vie.
And we're back to Le Saut des Français. I didn't feel much on the descent of La Madone Hotel because it was quite windy today, so we just went on the cautious side of things, obviously. But it was stunning. I think seeing the snow in the foreground was one of the highlights of the day. Blue sky, good weather, a bit chilly at this time of the year, and if you come a few months later or in the autumn, you're gonna have gorgeous autumn color, and I think this is when it's looking its best, to be honest. The climb was fairly easy gradient. I think it never went above 7%, so even though it was 15 kilometers, it felt nice and steady. We had good chats, so a good day to be had. And now we understand why this ride is called le casse-pattes. That means the break the legs in French, because we've done all of this climbing and you think like you've done, the legs can relax, you descend, but now we have another 2, 4 and 5 kilometers climb to go before going all the way downhill back to Nice. So activating the glutes a little bit more, and then gonna have a massive dinner because I had a big sandwich but I'm still hungry. Let's go. I have a crowd. Emric actually has a meeting that he can't miss in about 40 minutes, and we're quite a while away, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do you know by now? Do you realize by now that you're actually not going to make it to the meeting?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna try to present while descending.
Can't wait to see this.
Je serai la vie, je serai mon lit, je serai cet homme qui m'accomplit. Je serai ta vie, je serai ton lit, je serai la femme qui t'éblouit. On pourra rêver d'une vie, nos maisons et nos pays. Une vie.
And we're done. This might look like quite a brutal transition. Paul in his normal clothes. I now have a jacket, the helmet is off. So we enjoyed a lush descent all the way back down to Nice. And we were so hungry that we just ditched the bikes, ran to get ourselves some poke bowls, and we're here. Look at this. Oof! So yeah, we got ourselves some poke bowls, a drink, and we're gonna enjoy it by the beach because it's still like so nice and warm in the sun. It's lovely. How did you ride today? How was today?
Today was quite tough. Not very fit at the moment. Winter fitness definitely taking its toll, but it was beautiful. What did you think?
It was great, really nice to see. Love the climbing, but we have decided that our next ride, we are going to go to Italy from here and probably do a Nice San Remo and stay on the warm coastal vibe, palm trees, gelato, coffee. So that's going to be, guess what, your next Sunday video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And yeah, I actually would like to, I think it's quite funny. that the video I did just before this one, I was talking about how busy Mallorca was and how it makes it easier. I think today was a prime example of how we have not seen a single cyclist on the route today. Like, not one. It was just us three, full stop. Coma,
Hardly any
as they
cars
say.
too, so it's really
And
quiet.
hardly any cars. It was amazingly quiet, but for your food options, you are limited. And if you come to Nice and do this right, I highly recommend it because it's beautiful, but be prepared with your nutrition because you're going to do kilometers and kilometers and kilometers with nothing. We got to the top of the climb, and again, like, there's a restaurant that's open in the summer, but at the moment, like, it's dead shut and there's nothing happening at the top.
But we'll have that covered on our trip itinerary.
Yeah, of
so
course.
you'll be all good if you're riding with us.
Of course, if you come on one of our trips, we get that sorted, which is also the reason why we're doing a recce. We've got a big collection of routes in Nice that we have to offer. We just want to have more options than the number of days. And I think that's important. So that's one great thing about Nice is you can choose. If it's a bit chilly, you don't have to go deep into the mountain. You can stay along the coast, go to Italy, go and climb Col de la Madone. However, if you, I don't know, on a heat wave and it's too hot to ride, going into the high, deep mountains would be your best option. So, yeah, we just wanted to be here, explore some routes we've never done, and extend like the portfolio of the routes we're gonna get to offer. I hope you enjoyed. Please tell us what you thought about this climb. Do you feel like you would like to try it one day? Did it seem interesting to you? Our legs for sure will remember this. Let's for more tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.